The meat hook mod of the super shotgun is so good, not just because of the armor upgrade, and not just because it's a great way to escape a sticky situation either. The mobility that it provides allows for really cool combat strategies, as well as some skips in a few key areas. After a meat hook connects, even after a double jump, you can jump off the hook, maintaining your speed and changing direction, and you can do another jump, followed by your air dashes. Here you can see me skipping the first combat and platforming section of the Doom Hunter base. The meat hook lets you fly past transition areas like the rooftops of Final Sin, and some incidental combat zones of the art complex. Now, I'm no Doom pro, I don't know what the speedrunners are doing yet. I don't want to watch that stuff until I've enjoyed the game my way until completion. So I don't know how much of this stuff is known or used, or if it has a name. I'm just calling it Meat Hook Skip, MHS for short, and it's a whole new level of fun and discovery for me on repeat playthroughs. Meat Hook Skip destroys the buff totem room in Necroval with a quick meat hook onto the Cyber Mancubus followed by a sharp right turn and dashing. A typically challenging room completely invalidated by this beautiful mechanic. As if that weren't good enough, the buff totem room in the Super Gore Nest is completely bypassed with the Meat Hook Skip. This Revenant allows us the perfect angle to reach the next part of the level. A couple of buffed gargoyles may harass you, but you'll be out of there in no time. This is one of my favorite skips. This room is filled with a lot of annoying tentacles that you have to push through to get to the end where you can climb up to the second level. Everyone hates dealing with these things, but once you're up there, you jump across and make it to the exit. Instead of doing all that, trigger the first tentacle, walk back, jump, meat hook, and launch yourself directly to the exit. It's great. My favorite way to use the meat hook is for strategic positioning in combat. I'm starting to think more about where I want to be to have an advantage, especially when the enemy has the high ground. Here's a great example. The meat hook gets me past the staircase and the Arachnotron spawn point, and lets me control the area from the top for the start of the fight. It's really cool. I'm not great at it, it's just one of the many tools I'm gonna have to work on. Here's my favorite place to do it, at the start of Necroval. Let's take a look at what's waiting for us here. A couple zombies, and then a narrow staircase that forces combat in a very disadvantageous space. At the top of the staircase, there's an Arachnotron, a Cyber Mancubus, 2 imps, a gargoyle, and a second Cyber Mancubus spawning on the right. We can use the meat hook to flank this group of enemies from the left and take them down. But hey, why do that when you can just MHS the whole area anyway? So yeah, interesting stuff, right? This game is so deep, it blows my mind that people don't like it. I tried to play Doom 2016 a few days ago, and not only does it feel really slow, but the enemies act like idiots in comparison. Still love the game, but man, Doom Eternal has changed the world for me. Would anyone be interested in a full-length review of the game? I've thought about it, but there are so many reviews out there already. I'd need to take some time to put it together and decide what I want to say. Let me know if you'd be interested in that eventually. Like and subscribe and tell a Doom friend about this channel for me. I'd like to keep the content here thoughtful and not inflammatory or attention grabbing, so I'm gonna have to rely on word of mouth, I think. I know the first video I did was a response to the bad takes of other reviewers, but I'm honestly not interested in farming for comments to react to. That's just not the kind of content I like to make. That video just had to be made. But there are already plenty of channels full of, look what this guy said, let's talk about how wrong it is. And that's fun and all, I watch those videos. But if I did it, it would be very forced. I'd much rather continue to analyze the game and show off what I think makes it special. I've ordered a new microphone so I can stop using this old headset. I hope the quality jump is noticeable. I appreciate the support you guys have been giving me. See you soon.